conference series titled COVID-19, Turning a Crisis into Opportunity. Today's topic is coronavirus pandemic. Now we have a question. Is it a time to re-evaluate the political structure that we have in Nigeria? Special thanks to Governance Index for making this possible. Governance Index, for those who don't know, is offering this public service to drive the needed national conversation to facilitate purposeful and impactful leadership in government and organizations for social good. Governance Index, once more, is a social enterprise dedicated to promoting purposeful leadership around the world. We have had this in the last 4 weeks. Our speakers at the last conference on the 8th of May, titled COVID-19 and the proposed vaccination bill, its implication for Nigeria, was Professor Maurice Iwu. A week before, that is on the 1st of May, the guest speaker of that conference, the title of that conference was Oil Price Crash, Its Implication for Nigeria. The guest speaker was former CBN Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. And on the 24th, incidentally my birthday, we had another one titled, again, this COVID-19, what are the governors doing? We had Osita Chidoka and Chris Anubog in that conference. Today, as I said before, we will be having Professor Kinsley Moghalu, the former Deputy CBN Governor, the convener to Build a Nation TBNA. And we have the elder statesman whom I have introduced before, Alhaji Tanko Yakasai. And lastly, we have Adamu Jauro Gaba II, who is the founder and the group CEO, IPI Groups. I am Mazi Ezoke, and I have my moderator here, Daniel Elumba. What will the structure of this evening conversation is going to be as follows. We will allow the elder statesman to make his presentation. Afterwards, we will have questions that we would ask him. We'll have participants. We have people following us live on Facebook. We have people on YouTube. Nigeria is watching us. So after his presentation, please make your notes. Ask questions. We will take the questions in the sequence and order in which they appear. Now, for the presentation to kickstart, I would want to unmute Alhaji Yakasai in this moment to make his presentation. Thank you.
Moment, I'm 94 years old. So there is a lot of thing that energy has taken away from me. So I will do it quickly. The impact of coronavirus to the whole world and its economy is immense. And I believe this is the first time we're having a worldwide pandemic that is happening simultaneously all over the world. As a result of that, economic activities are virtually at a halt now, at a standstill. No movements, air flights, no motor transportation, no ship movement. People don't go to their offices for work, they work from home. And there's a lot of restraint in the normal life of the people. And like I said, this is the first time that this kind of thing is is happening in the whole world. I understand that in 1918, that was 7 years before I was brought here to this world, something similar has happened, but that one did not cover the whole world at the same time. But this one is covering the whole world at the same time. So I think it will affect the economy of everybody, rich and poor. Now, we saw during the Second World War, two countries in particular, many countries, but I want to talk about two countries, Japan and Germany, were the main opponents of the Allied forces. Now, after the war, Second World War, Japan and Germany tried their best to reorganize their life. And today, the two nations are among the leading nations that have developed economically, politically, and socially. What I think is likely to happen is that we are going to learn a lot of lessons at the end of coronavirus pandemic period. The lesson will be probably learning from the experience of Germany and Japan, what they did to recover from the devastation they suffered during the war, and also learn from their experience as to how to reactivate not only our economy, but our life altogether. Now, I hope that this lesson we will be able to learn and also work out strategy whereby the shortcomings that we'll experience during the pandemic will not be as long as the one during or after the Second World War. Now, the question of restructuring that you mentioned, I'm not a happy person to discuss restructuring because the issue of restructuring in Nigeria has started with some people. And those people, in my opinion, they are educated people. They should have worked out a formula, a blueprint that they will present their idea to the world so that people will listen to them, analyze their idea and their presentation, and then make up their mind one way or the other. But to ask people who are not the initiators of an idea to speak or to expound on the idea, I don't think, being somebody who has been fighting for fairness, I don't think is fair. Do I continue?
Yes, go ahead, sir. Yes, go ahead.
What I said from the beginning, I would have liked to see a balance in the composition of your panel.
Okay.
Nigerians, let half of the panel be from the north, let half be from the south. Then we have people make a meaningful contribution. But to put 8 people against 2, I don't.
No, sir. Okay, let me make some clarification. We have 3 speakers. You are one of them. Gaba is one of them. Actually, if we put it this way, it's 2 against 1. We would say it's only Professor Kinsley Mogalu, who I'm getting information now that he's got some emergencies. So it's going to be, I mean, we have the platform we're using would contain 100 people. So it's whoever comes in, we make it free for everyone to come in. So we cannot force people to come in. When they come in, we accept them. So, but for now, I mean, we'll allow you make your presentation. Then when, I don't know if Gaba is here. So Gaba will be the next person afterwards. Is that clear, sir? So I
Well,
think, three people, two from the north, one from the south. I think that's fair enough in my view.
yeah, but I should have understood this right from the beginning. Now that you have clarified the position, I think I made my own presentation and I allowed the other man to do his own.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, sir. So now we would have questions. And I have question, to start with. When you started, you said many people didn't know you. And I don't think, those in the diaspora and maybe the younger ones, I think, it might be a little bit unfair because I think many of us actually follow you and follow every single article and opinions that you give out there. Now, my first question to you, sir, will be, you've been quoted as saying that the APC promise changed and that nothing has changed. At the same time, you said that the restructuring is Yoruba agenda, championed by uninformed Igbo. In that single statement, I would think that you have discarded the efforts of these two ethnic nationalities. Now, I would then ask, what is being offered? If you are saying that restructuring is a Yoruba agenda or the elite championed by the uninformed Igbos. So is that not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, sir?
Okay. I'm sorry, Alhaji. Good evening, sir. I'm the moderator. Let me also quickly add something to what the host has said. Some of us who grew up after not too long ago, we are young. We started this Zoom conference as an opportunity to learn from our elders. Since we are now sitting at home, when we started this program, we are inviting people we feel we can learn from them. They will speak, we listen, we ask some questions, and we get to understand what are some of the steps we can take, especially in view of this coronavirus pandemic. We started with, like he explained initially, we started with Soludo, Chidoka. We now moved on to honorable members of the House of Representatives. And now your name is a resounding one. We feel you are an elder statesman. We should listen to you. We should learn from you to help us take the necessary actions we need is necessary, especially in view of the crisis we are facing after this pandemic. So we are not looking at it as if we are boxing some people in or catching some people, or it's just about sharing ideas, learning from you to enable us to take the necessary action. So if other speakers come, you are not expected to speak for the entire 2 hours. If you found that you are giving some presentation, some of us have some questions we would like to ask, and then so that we can learn from you, sir.
Okay, I will start with the issue of restructuring, which I said started from the Yoruba land. I didn't say it's the Yoruba agenda. The beginning was 1953. I was there. What brought about the problem at that time was the motion for independence by an action group member, a good friend of mine, late Chief Anthony Inaho. The motion in 1953 was that Britain should grant independence to Nigeria in 56, I think, which was a bare 3-year period. I'm sure it's not known to you, but it is known to me. As at that time, the whole of northern Nigeria had only 2 or 3 graduates, whereas in the thousands of them. To asked for independence for Nigeria at that time is to install, because among the southern people who are the better educated at that time were the Yorubas. They started with the Englishman long before the South and the East came into the picture. So the understanding at that time of all Northerners was that the action groupers wanted independence so that they would dominate the civil service, the business, and industry of Nigeria, and therefore they will replace British colonial power. I can tell you that I've never been a member of NPC, that is Northern People's Congress, of Sir Ahmed Bello, the Sultan of Sokoto, and Sir Abuka Tafawa Balewa. I was all along from the beginning of my politics a member of opposition party called Northern Elements Progressive Union, NEPO. There was another party at that time of Northern origin, Middle Belt People's Party, and other small political parties, like Borno Youth Movement, like Norentela Kaparapo, and so on. But all of them were united in supporting the amendment Sir Ahmed Bello Sardauna of Sokoto as leader of Northern delegation or Northern members of House of Representatives proposed that instead of 1956, it should be amended to read as soon as practicable. And unfortunately, Southern members in the House of Representatives, including our allies, members of the NCNC, led by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, that we respect very much, and that until today, I respect him as a doyen of Nigerian politics. Team up. They did not see the other side of the story. They did not see our own side of the story. And that was the beginning. All the subsequent changes that happened in Nigeria were from that 1953 beginning. Now, people now are talking of restructuring. In a layman English, means changing a structure. Political restructure in Nigeria, or changing political structure in Nigeria, means that what we have today as a federation should be changed to something else. A federation of federal government or federal establishments, state establishment, local government establishments. Those who are advocating for this new change do not tell anybody except themselves what will be the new idea that they are bringing to replace the current situation that we have, that we are used to. But other Nigerians are Nigerians. They are entitled to know what will be the consequences. As you see me, I have 19 children, all educated. I'm not educated, but they are all educated. I have over 50 grandchildren. They will be Nigerian. They are Nigerian. They will continue to be Nigerian by the grace of God. What do you have? What those who have this change mantra, for them, what do they have to tell them and me that will be better for Nigeria than they have, which they are not prepared to disclose? So let them put it in black and white, that they want to change the constitution of Nigeria from what it is today to a new one. and let us know what is the look of the new one. How will Nigeria look like when the restructuring or change of constitution or structure took place, so that we will have our eyes open. And in a democracy, we'll then be entitled to say, we accept this or we don't accept that, or we have some changes affecting this or that. This is my take on this respect.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
The question now is, according to, everyone heard what he has said, according to his presentation, my understanding is, yes, he is not afraid, and no one is afraid of the world, and no one is afraid of restructuring. However, those who have who are clamoring for restructuring has not put anything on the table. I will reserve my questions for now. I will call on Dr. Philip Idawo, the APC chairman UK, to please ask his question.